Hey guys, so welcome back to the series. We're in day 139 in 1 Samuel chapter 26. So it starts off by David being in the wilderness, and then he saw that Saul came after him and was also in the wilderness of Ziph. So then Saul had brought with him 3,000 chosen men of Israel to seek after David. And David heard about it, and then he sent his own spies to see if Saul was near. And so then in verse 5, David rose and went to where Saul was encamped. And David saw Saul and where he was sleeping, and where Abner, who was the commander of Saul's army, was also sleeping. And so then Abishai, who is David's nephew and one of the warriors, David basically was just like, who will go down there with me to the camp, to Saul's camp? And he said, I'll go down with you. So then David and Abishai went to where Saul was that night, and when they got there, everyone was deeply asleep. And Abishai was over Saul and turned to David and was like, let me strike him. I won't have to strike him twice. Just let me strike him with the spear that's next to his head. And I thought it was interesting what David's response was in verse 9. But David said to Abishai, do not destroy him, for who can stretch out his hand against the Lord's anointed and be guiltless? David said furthermore, as the Lord lives, the Lord shall strike him, or his day shall come to die, or he shall go out to battle and perish. The Lord forbid that I should stretch out my hand against the Lord's anointed. But please take now the spear and the jug of water that are by his head, and let us go. So David took the spear and the jug of water by Saul's head, and they got away. And no man saw it, or knew it, or awoke, for they were all asleep, because a deep sleep from the Lord had fallen on them. Now David went over to the other side, and stood on top of the hill afar off, a great distance between them. And David called out to the people and to Abner, the son of Ner, saying, do you not answer, Abner? And was basically like, did you not realize that no one was in Saul's camp? And basically went in to say, you're not worthy of being a guard of the king if you can't even realize that someone was there, and then showed him the jug of water and the spear that he had taken. And I think this is really cool because it just shows that everything is in the Lord's hands. And I think it's cool how in verse 10 again he was like, the Lord shall strike him, or his day shall come to die, or he shall go out to battle and perish. And David was basically showing that we don't need to always take everything into our own hands, that we can let things just play out naturally. So that's kind of what was I was thinking about. So hope you have a great night. Bye.